Straight up, hard the is tall in the phone, don't stop. Watch the trunk pop and the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Was happening? What it do?
No doubt.
Was happening, fam? You know what I'm talking about? It's been a while, bro. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
it's been a minute. It's been a
Yes,
minute.
came up here and put us together a little pod. Talk a little sports. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the good people. Our subscribers haven't seen you in about 2 months. So how you been doing, man? How you been holding it together?
Man, been good, man. Been good. Sam good. No complaints, man. I'm back on it. You know what I'm saying? I need to be a little bit more on it, but I'm back on it, though.
Already, already. All right, man. Well, without further ado, we gonna touch on a number of topics, man. Like I say, we ain't been on since championship game. The championship games when the
Yep.
Super Bowl was decided. Last video that we done did, and a whole lot didn't happen since then. So
Yep.
we gonna touch on a number of topics. So let's start off with the Super Bowl. Let's
Yeah.
start off with the Super Bowl. We have a new
We
champion.
go.
LA Rams was
Yep.
able to pull it out. And first off, what did you think of the game? Did you enjoy the game, or how did you feel about the Super Bowl?
Good little game, you know what I'm saying? I thought the Rams was gonna win. Bengals played better than I thought. I had to call my kinfolk and tell them. You know, um, he was riding with the Bengals all year. For them to come in and do that, I feel bad for OBJ. I thought if he played, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't even be in close of a game. Um, Bengals defense held the run in check, and they came down and they just made more plays at the end of the game. So it was a good little game. No complaints on my end. As they say, the best halftime Super Bowl ever. That's our generation of music. You know what I'm saying? So I dig that. I dig that. That's about it.
Okay, well, first off, it wasn't the best Super Bowl halftime ever. It was our era of hip hop music, you know what I'm saying? But nobody is top Michael Jackson's halftime performance, where he kept popping up in all these different areas of the stadium. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like magic, like how you go from that to that end zone to the other end zone to y'all the way up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like in seconds. So that one still to me is number one. This one and Prince singing "Purple Rain" in the rain.
I was with you with the Jackson. I was with
It
you with
was
that one.
raining, man. It was raining, and he was singing "Purple Rain." Come on, I put them. I put them even. I put them even. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I
I
I
put them
I,
even.
I rock with that. I
Yeah, I
rock
put them
with
even.
that. I rock with
But
that.
as
But
far
you're
as
right. You're right with the Michael Jackson thing. As soon as you said it, him popping up and looking at the crowd, he wasn't hard, but he acted like he was hard at that moment. I was like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I remember as a child, like, that's Michael Jackson,
yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
that's legit our era.
yeah,
You
legit,
know what I'm
no
saying?
doubt.
So yeah, that one still, has a place in my heart. So that was still number one. The game to me, man, it
Here
was a
we go.
solid game. I don't think it was a great Super Bowl,
Pretty
but it
good,
was
yeah,
it was solid
yeah, yeah.
until they took it from Cincinnati at the end. I'm sorry, but they said, or I ended up finding out that there was 6 penalty flags in that game, the entire game, 6 flags. They threw 4 against Cincinnati in the final minute and 47 seconds. 4 flags in the final minute 47 against Cincinnati. And one of the flags was absolutely positively egregious. Egregious. So I'm sorry. I feel like they kind of took it from Cincinnati. I just feel that way.
Yeah.
Maybe the Rams, without the referees, throwing the flag and giving LA a first down when they looking at fourth and goal from the 8, maybe the Rams still score on fourth down. And all of that is a mute point. You know what I'm saying? But when you throw a flag in that in that situation when you've been letting them play all game, and for that play, that particular play that moves them from the 8-yard line to the 4-yard line and a first down with under 2 minutes to go, and it was
It's
not
hard.
that phantom holding call like that to me. After that play, I walked away from the TV. I'm serious. I walked away from TV because at that point I already knew. Okay, they didn't give it to LA. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give it to LA, and it wasn't no way I felt Cincinnati was gonna be able to hold them out of the end zone. And if they did give up a score, which they ended up doing, I didn't think that they was gonna be able to go down the field, and score in that situation with that defensive line, knowing that they had to pass in order to get to where they were trying to go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
especially
So,
in the second half. Especially in the second half, how the defense was playing and getting to Burrow. You're
right,
right. You just knew if they scored, there's no way that they was going to be able to stop them.
right.
But yeah, I feel you. It wasn't a great call. And you can say it was a bad call, but
It was egregious.
that's the 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 Jalen Ramsey was egregious. You know what I'm saying for the
Which one?
7
You mean when
points.
he was holding dude, the tight end, when he was going in to catch
No,
the,
when he
the
got
touchdown and they didn't call a
when he
holding?
got face man, when he got
Oh,
face
okay,
man
okay, okay,
and
okay.
threw to the ground for a touchdown. I'm
But he
talking
didn't
about
got
that
he
one.
didn't get thrown to the ground.
He
Let's
got
not exaggerate.
thrown to the
Let's not
ground.
exaggerate. He did grab his face mask, but he let it go. And Jalen Ramsey went sprawling out all
Man,
on the field
man, stop, man.
like he had just got shot from a
Stop,
straight bullet. Some of that
stop,
was
man.
acting. Some of that was acting. I'm just saying. Some of
Come
that was
on,
acting.
man. Come.
He ain't have to
So
fall down, bro. He ain't have to fall down.
your momentum's going, and then you getting pulled. Come on,
His
man.
he,
I'm
he
not.
did
I'm
get his
not.
face. Okay, he got his face mask turned. I agree with you. It was a bad missed call, but like I said, Cincinnati was down on the goal line going in for a score. He clearly has the white shirt underneath the jersey, pulling it as the dude is going in. No call, and they ends up having to set up for a field goal. Like that's a play where there's a clear holding and they don't throw a flag and they got to settle for 3. But again, you had those type of calls in the game,
Yeah,
and that's why I say they was allowing them to play to then get under 2 minutes and to throw 4 consecutive flags on Cincinnati, where they go from the 10-yard line to the 1-yard line on penalties.
yeah.
Like
But
they
one,
ain't catch
it
a
was.
pass and get down to the 1. They ain't run the ball and get down. They threw flags and got them to the 1-yard line with first and goal.
But
And
other
like
than
I
the
said,
one, other one, except for Luke, the one that you talking about, are you saying that they shouldn't have thrown those flags? The other three
no,
is what
I'm
I'm saying.
well. The other 3 was basically started from the 1. If you don't throw that 1,
You
you
can't throw
don't
the
got
three.
plays.
Okay.
You don't got plays for the other 3
Well,
flags.
you got fourth down. You
You
got
got
fourth
that's
down.
right.
We
You
don't
got
know,
you
but
got You got
I'm not gonna
fourth
say.
down.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got fourth down. But again, like I say, you letting them play, bro. And to then put them in that situation where you throw this egregious flag and then they move from the 10-yard line to the 1-yard line all on
It
penalties.
was. Yeah, that was hard. That was hard. That was
That was
hard.
tough.
You know
And
what I'm saying?
so, that it turned me off from the end of the game, a game that I thought had been, well played on both sides. It was a defensive struggle. It wasn't highly entertaining,
Yeah.
but it was a good defensive struggle type game. Both
Yes.
sides made some plays. You know what I'm saying? Both sides had some missed calls, but nothing, where you like, dang, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That cost them the game until the final 2 minutes. So that's the only thing that turned me off for the game. It turned me off. But hats off to the Rams.
Yep.
They bought and paid for them a Super Bowl this year, and
They did.
they got it to the finish line. A lot of teams that make these trades for these big name
Yep.
players don't get to the Super Bowl and win it.
Yep.
Like the Rams actually did this a couple years ago when they played New England. That was when they had traded for Jalen Ramsey
Yep.
and Dominican Sue. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? All of them boys. I think that was the first year that they had got Robert Woods, but they had another receiver, Cooks. Remember
Yeah, I was about
Brandon
to say
Cooks
Cooks.
was over
Yep.
there?
Brandon
You know what
Cooks.
I'm saying?
Yep.
So they had done this before and got to the Super Bowl, but they lost. So this time they was able to put it out. You know what I'm saying? So hats off to them boys.
Yeah, they didn't mortgage their whole future, for these next 2 years.
Right, right.
Yeah.
They got a Super Bowl to show for it. So
Yeah,
you know,
Von Miller over there now. So yeah, yeah.
yeah, they're gonna have to try and sign some of these boys back because Von Miller, a free agent, Odell Beckham, a free agent. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have to try and figure out a way to try and keep that team together. But like I say, they got a Super Bowl out of it.
Yeah, I mean, Von Miller might be coming down to the boys, man. He might be coming home.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just saying, just saying.
Well, I mean, what y'all gonna do with the other pass rushers y'all got?
I'm here. We're gonna lose one of them. We're gonna lose one of them. I don't know which one yet, but we're gonna lose one.
Oh, so you gonna lose a young pass rusher
I know.
to sign the old pass. Okay, that sounds like Dallas. But since you bring them up, since you bring them up, I need you to speak to the people
Okay.
about the foolery, the foolishness
Oh
that
man.
has been going on in this organization. You got the GM slash owner going to the media talking about how first off he floats these fire Mike McCarthy rumors just so he can keep Dan Quinn. Then he turns around and say that Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore wants to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys while you got a head coach. Then you got the rumors of Sean Payton coming to the
I
Cowboys.
know that was bad. That was bad.
You got him, the rumors of him and the owner don't come out and say, look, man, we got who we want, man. This is, you know.
And then Sean
Then you
Payton
got
got
the head coach
hold
coming
on,
out
hold on. Then
saying, look, man, this stuff that's going on is crazy around here.
yeah. Sean Payton had to come out and say he got to call Mike McCarthy to make sure he know that he ain't coming for the job. But let's just get it out there. Number one, this is the life of the Dallas Cowboys. This is not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? With
It's a new low.
rumors and
It's a new low.
nah, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
This
You know,
y'all wasn't doing this to Garrett, bro. Y'all ain't do this to Jason Garrett. I'm sorry. Like Jason Garrett wouldn't have to deal with this type of tomfoolery, man. This is a new
this
low.
ain't. That's not true because Sean Payton has been rumored year after year after year after year. It's not his first year. This has been the first year when he quit. Then it went to an all time high. But the rumors have always been about Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying? Coming here. As far as Jerry, this is another thing. Nothing new. This is Jerry being Jerry. This is the one thing that all fan base get to get on us about, get to rag on us about, and basically dog us because I mean, uh, Jerry Jones, he talked too much. You know what I'm saying? That's who the man is, and it was pretty embarrassing and some of the things he's saying that you sitting there thinking like, is he senile right now? You know what I'm saying? Is he really putting it out there like that? So it was a something that I'm used to, but I kind of looked sideways like, Jerry, yo, even you going a little bit more than you usually go, but this is the show of the Dallas Cowboys. It is all a marketing scheme to get everybody to talk about us. And Jerry is a master at that. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, yeah. Yeah.
I lost all respect for Mike McCarthy. All
It
respect.
was
Like,
rough.
bro,
It was rough.
you
It was
gotta
rough
be
though.
able to
You know what I'm
stand for
saying?
something, bro. You gotta have some type of principles or morals or something. You know what I'm saying? Where you just say, look, I will not be disrespected. I'm not. I'm not. And right now, y'all are being
Disrespect.
blatantly disrespectful. You know what I'm talking about? So, like at that point, you gotta cuss people out. Turn over some chairs and some desks. You know what I'm saying? And cuss your way up out that building, man. You know what I'm saying? First of all, how do you know that Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn want to be the head coach of the Cowboys unless you talking to them about being the head coach of the Cowboys while you have a head coach of the Cowboys? Like that's crazy. Did you promise Dan Quinn a job if
Yeah.
old boy didn't perform and that's why he decided to stay with Dallas? And so what are
That's
you
tough.
now telling Dan Quinn that Sean Payton didn't left and now all the rumors is that Sean Payton is coming? Did you have to go back on your word to Dan Quinn? What type of Barnum Bailey circus is y'all running over there down here, man, up here in Dallas,
Man,
man?
stop, man. Stop. Stop,
It
man.
is a
Stop.
clown show around there, man. I'm I'm
Man,
I'm
stop.
surprised we ain't spotted Pennywise, riding around Jerry building, Jerry house. You know what I'm saying? Scaring little kids or something. It's a full blown circus.
You're doing too much, man.
It's a
You're
circus.
doing too much.
It's a circus. That's why you said
It's
you was
not.
the Bears. It's a
It's
circus
what
around
this
there.
is. This is what we've been seeing for the last umpteen years with Jerry Jones. How does a guy win a Super Bowl and don't come back to be the head coach? How is that possible? Only with Jerry Jones. So this is not nothing new. This ain't nothing new, bro.
But again, you trying to manipulate the people. Um,
No. It's
that that
facts.
situation
It's facts.
that wasn't a circus. That was two men who bumped heads, egos got in the way. You know what I'm saying? And so the dude who wrote the paychecks was able to fire him. But it wasn't a circus where you
That ain't.
where you
But
having
that's crazy though.
you got your head coach dangling in the wind for weeks. Like it wasn't a day. It wasn't until his little interviews that he do on the radio, every Tuesday or something like that. No, this was for like 2 weeks. Mike McCarthy is dangling in the wind
We didn't have
with
coaches
these
dangling.
rumors of him saying he wasn't happy, he wasn't satisfied, he didn't know what he was gonna do with his coach. You got the
We,
defensive coordinator who then decides that he's gonna come back out the blue after saying that he had several job opportunities. Same with
he
your
did.
offensive coordinator.
He did.
Bruh, I've never seen nothing like this in the offseason from one team, fam. I've never seen nothing like this. Not ever. Ever,
Man,
ever,
you're in
ever,
the
ever.
moment.
This is crazy. This crazy. This crazy,
You're
bro.
in the moment. You're in the moment. You're in the moment. But
I'm just saying. I've been waiting to talk to, a Cowboy fan to try and let me know what is going on in Dallas.
it,
Like, how can y'all as fans abide by this nonsense?
man, stop, man.
How?
Stop.
I don't get
We
it.
when you got a crazy uncle, you know what he gonna do at the family reunion. This ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new. Now he might do something that's a little bit like,
Yeah,
you ain't gonna
this
do that.
this year, Unc came and took his clothes off. You know what I'm saying? And had a crackhead who showed up in nothing but a dirty bra, like no shirt on, no towel, no nothing. Just him and a dirty bra crackhead. You know what I'm saying? And she's sticking her fingers in the potato salad with
Man,
a
stop,
spoon
man.
right there. Like it
Smooth.
didn't got crazy. It's come on, fam. Come on,
You
fam.
know, it
Look,
ain't that.
look. It's bad, bro. Now,
Bro. Let me say this.
How is your team supposed to perform next year when you basically have told the world that you got a lame duck head coach?
No, he was already on the hot seat. He was on the hot seat this year. I told y'all. I told you before it happened. I said we gonna lose. I thought Jim Harbaugh was going to at least get an interview. You know what I'm saying? But don't nobody want this dude because of how he is. But we all knew, even Mike McCarthy, after that loss, there was rumblings, not just with Jerry, but there was rumblings all up on TV. Like,
Yeah, but that's
how
the
was this?
initial disappointment of a loss, of a playoff loss. That's the initial disappointment. That don't mean that it goes upstairs. Again, like I said before, this was actually Mike McCarthy's first season as the head coach.
Hmm.
You like the COVID year, you could throw that out, man. Like you
But
lost your quarterback 4 games in. You had everything with the COVID, you couldn't practice and all of that. You had to do everything via Zoom. You gotta give a new head coach a mulligan on year one,
you
especially in that
still,
situation. So in this
I
year,
just
you go 12-5, you win your division, you know what I'm saying? And you get to the playoffs. How are you on the hot seat? How?
because you because you're sitting there wondering, what did he bring to the table? Like, you know what I'm saying? We all come in to sit down to bring something, and you looking over there, and he don't got no potato chips, no plates, nothing. You know what I'm saying? You sit there like, what did you bring to this table to help
But
us
did y'all
move
make the
on?
playoffs the last year that Garrett was here?
But yeah, but we made the playoffs when he was
I'm
here.
asking the last year that Garrett was the head coach, did y'all make the playoffs?
Let's
When's
not
the last
go.
time Dallas won 12 games?
Let's not go and look at this, Kinfolk,
I'm
and
asking,
and
I'm
and not
asking a
hold on,
simple question.
let me
You a
let me fin-
cowboy fan too. You wanna dance around it.
let
Simple
me answer.
question.
No, no,
When
no.
last
Let
time
me
y'all
let me
won 12
answer.
games before this past season?
Let me answer it the way I want to answer, and I'll get to that.
You want to answer? Okay.
Let's not be crazy and look at this division and be like, it was boo boo. That's not take away from the fact of what it was. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. Come on. And anybody could have came in this division and won the division. That wasn't nothing. He was less than 500 against everybody else.
No,
Or
he
what,
wasn't.
5 and 6? What they say? Was it 5 and 6?
He's,
Oh, maybe six
he's
and
six
five.
and
Okay,
four.
6 and 4. Because
Oh, well,
oh,
6 and 5. 6 and 5. 6 and 5 outside of your division.
okay, that sounds about right. Okay, maybe 6 and 5. So
Mhm.
come on, man.
So again, when
And
was the last
what
time
we
y'all
like,
won 12 games?
Garrett won 12 before. He won 13 before.
Yeah, the first year Dak and Zeke got in, right?
Yeah.
2016. Okay, so
So
it's been it's been 5-6 years since you win 12 games, and you get a head coach in his first actual season. You win 12 games, and you go win your division and go to the playoff. Even if you want to say your division boo boo, that you can't get into the playoffs just winning your division games. You got to be able to win outside of your division.
he ain't bring no rice to
Oh,
the cookout, man. He ain't
he
bring
brought
nothing.
something.
You know
He
what I'm
brought
saying?
something. You won
He
12
ain't bring
games.
nothing,
You
man.
haven't won. You haven't won at least 12 games since 2016, my G.
So that was my other uncle. That was my uncle
Man,
Dan
I'm not
Quinn
trying to
came.
hear
He
that,
came with some
bro. I'm
barbecue.
not trying to hear that.
You know what I'm
Like y'all
saying?
ran
And
scared about him. Dude comes in first full season. He gets 12. You win 12 games. You win your division. You get a playoff game. You get a home playoff game, and you lost a tough game to a better team. I don't think that that's the end of the world. I don't think
and
he
then
should be on
Kellen
the
Moore at
hot
least
seat because of that.
Kellen Moore at least brought enough drinks for the beginning of the reunion. By the end of the reunion, he ain't had no more. He didn't bring enough, but at least he
Yeah,
had some in the
but
beginning.
Kellen Moore haven't taken a bath in 2 months. He stink.
He
He
do, no
stink.
doubt. No, I'm with that.
He
He
stinks,
do.
bro.
He do. He do. He do. He
I'd
do.
rather you
You know what I'm
show up
saying?
and not have no cups or plates, but you took a
No,
bath
you don't. No, you
and
don't.
you got your clothes. You dressed nice. You brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? You're presentable. You know we can introduce. I can introduce you to my wife. Hey, coach, this is my wife. Kellen Moore,
Kellen Moore
don't come
came.
by me. Don't sit by me.
No,
Don't walk
no.
past me, bruh. Go on about your business, man. As a matter of
Kellen
fact,
Moore was
drop
the
off the
cleanest.
drinks. Drop off the drinks and go wait in the car. Somebody will bring you a plate. Get your stinking get your stinking butt on away from around here, man.
Kellen Moore came to the thing clean and ready. He just got toe up by the middle, and he was nothing by the end of the reunion. That's all it was. But we saw him at least come in clean,
That
and
dude,
he was man, he was the hottest thing. Remember, he was the hottest. That's why he got interviews
that
already, because he came in
according to
clean.
who?
Come on,
According to
he
who?
came.
According to
The
Cowboy
NFL,
fans, according to Cowboy media, he was the hottest thing. I told
according
you,
to
I told y'all all season, y'all didn't run the
the
ball. You didn't want.
Jaguars, the Miami Dolphins all gave this man an interview, man, off of what he did in the beginning of the season.
Bro,
Man, let's
uh,
go. Let's go.
Enemy has been getting interviews for 5, 6 years. That don't mean nothing. Getting an interview means absolutely nothing. It
It's not
means
that
nothing.
he not getting it because of Rooney Rule, man. He getting it legitly. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go.
It ain't legit. He stink.
It's legit.
He stink, bro. Homeless
At the
man.
end of the season,
Homeless
he
man
stink,
funky.
no doubt. No, no. End of the
Homeless
season,
man
you're right.
funky.
He got toe. He got a little bit too toe up, a little
No,
full of
he
himself.
stink. You want to act like he drunk. No, he stink. That dude stink, bro. He
No, he
ain't took
don't.
a
He don't
bath
stink.
in a couple of months, man. He stink.
No,
He
no,
stink.
no, he don't.
Nobody better not hire that dude as a head coach, bro. He stink.
You know, this is like you said. We're not counting the COVID year. This is the last year was his first full season as an
And he
offensive
stuck
coordinator, because he
showing up.
was just
He stunk it up.
he did not. He had the number one offense in the league. I don't care what nobody say. He still had the number one offense in the league, and he came as a quarterback coach, But McCarty's been here. He the old uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
but
Moore
again,
is a young
when
uncle.
your owner dictates his coaching staff, basically tells him that he can't call plays for his team. He has to take Kellen Moore. Circus.
Okay, you're right.
Kenny
You're right. I say
Wise
that. You're right.
got to be riding around that building, bro. Full blown Barnum and Bailey circus around there. Y'all want to
Let's go,
force
man.
coordinators on new coaches, you know what I'm saying, from regime to regime. It's embarrassing. Y'all should be embarrassed.
It's not embarrassing.
Y'all
It's not
should be
embarrassing.
embarrassed, man.
Let's go, man.
Real. If you
You
wasn't
just
so
hating.
old, I would advocate you find a new team, man. I'll give you a mulligan on this one. Walk away from them boys, fam.
Hey, man. While you on that, I'm not walking away from my team, but I do want to give a shout out that there is a team in the AFC that I'm kind of be pulling for a little bit, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers for hiring Brian Flores,
Yes, sir.
having Mike Tomlin as a head coach. Number one, just more respect on that man, and for the blackballing that's going to happen, that has been happening against Flores since he put the lawsuit out on the NFL and caused this firestorm. You know what I'm saying? He basically said, "Hey, man, they paying me to lose." It caused the dude from Cleveland to come out and say, "Yeah, they offered me too money to lose." You
Yeah,
know
but
what I'm
he ain't
saying?
got no
That's
credibility.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. But still,
Hugh Jackson don't
still,
got no credibility, man. You
still,
can't come out 4 years later and say, "Me too, they did it to me, man. You better get out of here."
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Security, get this joke up out of here, man.
Yeah, you're right.
And
But
you took the money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't stand on no principles. Y'all won one game in 2 years. You took the money like,
it's
oh
true.
yeah, 100K.
I ain't think of
Give it
that.
to me.
I ain't
Don't
think of
say
that.
nothing.
I ain't
Just
think of
give
that.
it to me. You know what I'm saying? I've been meaning to
So
ask y'all, man. What do you think of what Flores did? Did you agree with it or did you disagree with it?
you have some guys that's out there that's just that way, because we all know, we all get it, that this is the unspoken things that's happening. You know what I'm saying? We know this is happening in the NFL. We know teams is looking at that. Like I done said a million times. Man, I hope we lose the rest of these last 4 games for draft spot position. If I'm saying this and I'm a casual fan on the sideline, it's got to be something that's thought of. We see it in the NBA. They'll be winning and they say, you know what, we want our young guys to play. all of the fourth quarter. Like, huh? You know what I'm saying? So come on, it's there. I'm not surprised by that portion of it, of the game. Some guys are just, you know, there's that stand up and principle about it. And Mike Flores is one of those guys.
Yeah, so I'm just asking, did you agree with his decision to come out and sue the NFL for the things that he perceived was going on?
No, because it had to be done. You know what I'm saying? It had to be done for this, the civil rights act had to happen. Somebody had to come out and say, hey, this gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? And take the brunt of the hit, for it. And he was that guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not mad at him because sooner or later it had to be done, and he was the one that would stand up about it to make sure it was done. And I'm not mad at it, and especially how it went down for him. Because we could look back at what was it Caldwell for Indianapolis coach? He went 10-6 and got fired. You know what I mean? You sit there, you like what? So for it to happen again to him, like, bro, y'all was terrible, and I ain't even had no quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all to get Herbert. I told y'all to get Herbert, and don't get Tua. And y'all, and now y'all mad at me because I got an attitude when I'm watching Herbert ball down up in the chart with the Chargers, and y'all left me with this. So nah, man, it was the perfect storm for him and his situation and how it happened. It wasn't the first time. He wasn't the first guy that he got, blackballed because he was the black man with the attitude. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay for Bill Parcells to have attitude. It's okay for Bill Belichick to have attitude. To have that persona about him, and it's okay. Well, I guess you can say Jim Harbaugh, but he did. He got ran up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, it was the. I'm not mad at it. Somebody had to do it, and he was the guy to do it.
I don't like that he did it. I don't like he did it, and it's the
I'm,
only reason. What'd you say?
I'm sorry, I had an Amber Alert in my phone. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. The only reason that I don't like that he did it is because I'm pretty sure he's never gonna be a head coach in the NFL again. And to me, he's too good of a coach to basically be put in that position. If Mike Tomlin doesn't step up, I don't believe another coach in the
No,
NFL, another coaching
no,
staff hires him on to be on their staff.
no, no.
And so he may have a long-term position under Mike Tomlin as a defensive coordinator. And maybe if there is a team that would hire him as a head coach, it may be the Roonies because they had to approve Tomlin adding him to their coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only team.
Yep.
Outside of that, I don't see another team in the NFL hiring him. I don't see another team in the NFL bringing him in for an interview. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be like, man, what is this dude gonna say about
Right.
us? Right. We bring him. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and that's my point, bro. Like he is a really really good coach. He
He
did
is.
overachieve in Miami. It was a lot going on over there. That wasn't conducive to them winning,
Yep.
and he had to
And
deal with it. But
and he won anyway. And he won
and they
anyway.
won games anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I hate that he did it like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand his frustration and everything, but you know, to ensure that he has a long term future of being a coach in the NFL, you know, and it's unfortunate to say, but the reality of it is that he needed to. I feel like he needed to let that roll off his back. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, and keep it moving. Yeah, the Giants did what they did when you came in. Denver did what they did when when you came in. Miami fired you for no reason. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't get a head coaching job, go somewhere, be a defensive coordinator for a year, and jump back into the coaching searches next year. You're gonna be a head coach again if you know what I'm saying, take it in stride. You know, if you work at a job and you deal with a bunch of nonsense and you get fired from that job, especially where there's only 32 of those positions in this country, period.
Yeah.
32. You are in a position to make tens of millions of dollars for your family. Like you can walk away from, and he's only, I think, 40 something.
Yeah.
You got Pete
Yeah.
Carroll, who's 76, still coach. Like, bro, you can still coach for another 30 years. If you just make $10 million a year for the next 30 years, that we talking about generational wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Generational wealth, bro. And you put that in jeopardy because, quite honestly, in my opinion, you let your emotions get the best of you. You know what I'm saying? And
Principle.
you jump out the.
Principle.
That's not principle, fam.
It is, man. It's
That's
some
not principle. That's not. That's not principle. That's not
some
principle.
are. It is, man. Some are stand on that, and I commend them for it.
If that's the
I
case,
hear
why
what you're
you ain't
saying.
stand on it? Why you ain't stand on it in the middle of the year? When dude first came to you and asked you to lose, when dude came to you and asked you to tamper with Tom
Yeah.
Brady, why you ain't stand on principle right then and there and say, I'm out?
No, he did because he's like, no, I'm not doing it.
No, he
No,
said he wasn't
you know.
doing it, but he didn't quit. He didn't
That,
walk away.
yeah, yeah, he didn't need to. He
He
just,
didn't
you
even
asked me to do
expose.
something.
He didn't even expose that he had been asked to do that until after you get fired.
The reason why you bring it up because it's part of the lawsuit. I'm not bringing nothing against y'all. I'm telling you, my principal says I'm not going. I'm not losing. No, I'm not losing. No, I'm not going to Tom Brady. Now you trying to you now you coming back and you playing all these shenanigans. I'm getting these text messages. Like what?
Okay, so
Already?
again, that's
So
not principle.
principle,
This dude,
man.
this
It
dude got
is, man.
upset. He got upset because Bill Belichick texted him saying congratulations, okay, on getting a job. And he ends up realizing, Bill ends up realizing that he didn't text the wrong
Yeah,
Brian. And
yeah,
meanwhile, he's still waiting to go have an interview with the
yeah.
Giants. You know what I'm saying? So you know going
That's messed
in,
up.
according to Bill
That's messed up.
Belichick, that they gave the job to somebody else. You want to stand on principle? Don't go. Don't play the game with them. You know what I'm saying? But you go to the interview, nothing changes. They still hire the dude that they, had intended on hiring in the first place. Now you in your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Now you emotional and you want to sue the NFL. You bringing up a bunch of stuff
No,
in your
no, no.
lawsuit that ain't got nothing to do with you. You bringing up historical deeds of racism that exist in the NFL. I'm not saying it don't, but you bringing
Yeah.
that up in the lawsuit like that is something that happened to you personally. It didn't. You got in your feelings. You got emotional
No.
because of how this thing went down as far as the job search went, and you decided to sue them, bro. I'm
No,
sorry,
you
man.
building a
Like,
case. Any lawsuit that comes out there, you want to show the building of it. You know, of what's going on, man. But I told you, man,
I just
I don't got
I
much
just
time, Ken, for
I like that coach. I like him. I believe that he's a good coach, fam. I believe that he could have had a long career as an NFL head coach. Um,
yeah,
and, and that if he was able to get himself in the right situation, they'd be able to win. I really did. I feel like he has ruined any chance of that. Like I say, unless it's the Roonies. That may be the only job in the
yeah,
NFL that he'll be able to get as a head coach, and it would be if Tomlin ends up leaving. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And
I
the
do,
Pittsburgh
I
don't
do
get rid of
believe.
coaches.
Yeah, they don't. We had what three? And then like Chuck Noll, Cowher, and him. Ain't it
Yeah,
like three?
like
Yeah,
at least three in
three
like
and four.
the last
Oh,
50 years or something.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Definitely, definitely.
They don't
But
get rid of coaches.
yeah,
So
I think in the same situation that and I got to make this my last point because I do got to go, man. I wish we could have did this a little bit earlier, but unless it's a situation where because things move so much faster than they used to. In the same way, we say about Martin Luther King, like he's such a hero now, but when he was going through, he was a villain. You know what I'm saying? Why is he causing all this trouble and causing all this whatever? And it came a point where it was realized like, nah, this dude is a national hero. I think in the way that time is moving so fast right now, and it's crazy that, like you said, it'll be while he's a little late at 50, 55 years old, where it's really too late that he's finally getting his credit and somebody would hire him. But I do think, like what you said, it will be Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is setting up the scene where they did make him defensive coordinator because they didn't want to fire nobody, but they say, well, you're the defensive assistant. We do have a linebacker coach open, and I think he'll start to make that route. Or even they done made a buffer where it's easier for him to move on to his next gig, going forward. So, we'll see.
Yeah. All right, man. You got to bail out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I gotta run out. I don't know if you'll still be up on here, but it should only take me about 20 minutes to do what I gotta do.
All right, bro. Well, I want to ask you one quick question on our way out. How can LeBron be considered a leader if every time things get tough on one of his teams, he bail and go to a new team?
Bro, when I saw that, I was like, he's about to make LA go crazy. Because the Lakers are we love Kobe, we love Magic. That was the most dumbest comment that he allowed to get backed into. I know you want to play with your son, but come on, bro. Especially with y'all going through the turmoil that y'all going through.
Yeah.
To come out with that statement.
Yeah.
It's a possibility that I can leave here and go back to Cleveland. That was crazy to me, man. That was crazy. That was a shock.
He's gonna be traded. He's gonna be traded. He's gonna be traded.
He's so media savvy.
He's gonna demand to be traded back to Cleveland by next trade deadline. Watch what I tell you. But all right, man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you for jumping in. That's something that we'll jump in and I can drag Dre about. He one of them bronze stands. But hey, man, appreciate y'all jumping in with us. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna jump back in it, get y'all some more content. Until then, tell your friends about me.
All right, man.
All right, bro.